Water shortage is a very common scenario in our cities. Recall the reasons for such water shortage. Many cities lack surface water sources. The sources are polluted if there are any. There is depletion of groundwater through overexploitation. Groundwater level has dropped to 90 to 300 meters, which varies in different areas. Most of the water that we get as rainfall flows as runoff in the cities due to concrete surface. India is currently blessed with abundant rainfall. The rainwater can be used for various household purposes as well as recharging the groundwater table. How do you think we can do so? Rainwater harvesting, the process of collecting and storing rainwater for future productive uses, is one alternative in the days of rising resistance against the multipurpose dam. It is the safest and most economically and ecologically viable alternative for conserving water. Rainwater harvesting systems capture and store rainwater for dry periods. Stored rainwater can be used for the following purposes: washing and cleaning vehicles, bathroom and toilet water, cooking and washing utensils, gardening, drinking after purification, all types of uses in schools, colleges, offices and laboratories. Another important purpose of rainwater harvesting is recharging groundwater, preventing wasteful runoff. Rainwater harvesting is not only useful but also advantageous over other sources. Why do you think it is so? It can be collected and used within accessible distance. Continuous and reliable source. Provides an alternative source of good quality water where surface and groundwater is contaminated. Easy to construct with locally available material. It is environmental friendly. Rainwater harvesting is done through traditional method and modern method. Some of the traditional methods are kund or tankas, kulls, temple tanks, bamboo method, etc. Modern method includes rooftop rainwater harvesting that can be done through hand pump and abandoned dug well. Some other methods such as bore well with settlement tank, open well method with filter bed pump, percolation pit with bore method, etc. are used effectively in various cities. You must have seen a rooftop rainwater harvesting system. How is water collected through this system? First, rooftop water is collected using PVC pipes. Then, the water is filtered using sand and brick. Underground pipes take water to sump for immediate usage. Excess water from the sump is taken to the well. Water from the well recharges the underground water, which can be used from the well in dry season. Do you see any disadvantage in rooftop rainwater harvesting? Worries about acid rain and rooftop contamination are always there with rainwater harvesting. The solution lies in placing a foolproof, cost-effective treatment system. Here is a success story of rainwater harvesting. A small village near to Mysore city in Karnataka, Gendathur, has done the wonder. The villagers have installed rainwater harvesting system in their rooftop to meet their daily needs. About 200 households of the village successfully installed the system, and now they are remarkably known for being very rich in rainwater. Presently, many parts of rural and urban India, rooftop rainwater harvesting is being successfully adopted to store and conserve water. In the semi-arid and arid regions of Rajasthan had evolved an ingenious system of rainwater harvesting known as kunds or kundis or tankas. Almost all the houses in the region such as Bikaner, Polodi and Burma traditionally had these tankas. These are some underground storage for drinking water and as large as big rooms which were a part of well-developed rooftop rainwater harvesting system. They were connected to the sloping roofs through pipes and rainwater moves down the pipes were stored in these tankas generally built inside the main house or courtyards. A tanka in one household in Palodi was as big as 6.1 meter deep, 4.27 meter long, and 2.44 meter wide. First spell of rain is usually not collected. Why is it so? First spell of rain cleans the roofs and the pipes and may not carry clean water. Rainwater can be stored in the tankas till the next rainy season when all other sources are dried up. It is an extremely reliable source of drinking water. Rainwater, which is known as polar pani in the region, is considered as the purest form of natural water. There are some other traditional methods of rainwater harvesting such as kuls or gulls, johad or kandins, and temple tank. A kul is a circular village tank from which water is released as and when required. It was mostly practiced in the hilly areas of western Himalayas where they used diversion channels from the kul or gulls and water was used for agriculture. Diversion channels of some kuls are as long as 10 kilometers and have existed for centuries. It is very common practice in the Spiti area of Himachal Pradesh. Despite being a cold desert, the Spiti Valley has been made habitable and productive by traditional irrigation system. Water is mainly collected from the glaciers and stored in the kuls. In some arid and semi-arid regions, agricultural fields were converted into some rain-fed storage structures that allowed the water to remain for longer time and moisten the soil. It was called kandins in Jaisalmer and johad in other parts of Rajasthan. Temple tanks are age-old method for collecting water. Many of the religious places in India has a tank of their own to collect water. What is the importance of these temple tanks? This water is considered to be holy and usable for the local community living nearby. In the plains of West Bengal, too, people used to develop inundation channels to irrigate their fields. An important traditional water harvesting system practiced in Meghalaya is bamboo drip irrigation. Bamboo drip irrigation is a 200-year-old ingenious system of tapping stream and spring water by using bamboo pipes. It is so perfected that about 18 to 20 liters of water enters the bamboo pipe system, gets transported over hundreds of meters, and finally reduces to 20 to 80 drops per minute at the site of the farm. Bamboo pipes are used to divert perennial springs on the hilltop to the lower reaches by gravity. Then, the channel sections are made to divert water to the plant site and the pipes are distributed into branches which are laid out with different form of bamboo pipes. Here, flow of water is controlled by manipulating the pipe positions. If the pipes needed to pass a road, they are taken high above the road. Reduced channel section and diversion units are used at the last stage. The last channel section enables water to be dropped near the roots of the plant. What is the importance of bamboo drip irrigation? There is no wastage of water as water is dropped near to the roots of the plants. Recall why this area is important for. Cherrapunji and Marsindram received the highest rainfall in the world. But surprisingly, Shillong, the capital city of Meghalaya, situated just 55 kilometers away from these two places, suffers from acute water shortage. Why do you think Meghalaya suffers from water scarcity after receiving such high rainfall? It experiences a shortage of drinking water during the summer, mainly due to high surface runoff, and the area is hilly with steep slopes. The problem is solved by rooftop rainwater harvesting. Now, nearly every household in the Shillong city has a rooftop water harvesting structure. About 15 to 25% of the total water requirement of the household comes from rooftop water harvesting. Do you know that only Bangalore alone receives nearly the equivalent of 3,000 million liters of rainwater per day? Utilizing 30% of rainfall will give more water to Bangalore than what it gets from the Kaveri and can prevent artificial flood in the city. In Bangalore city, with around 60 rainy days, a 500-liter rain tank fixed to a 50 square meter roof catchment can collect nearly 23,000 liters of rain in a year. Thus, many of our cities bear a good capacity of rainwater harvesting. Can you name the state where rooftop rainwater harvesting structure is compulsory? Tamil Nadu is the first and only state in India which has made rooftop rainwater harvesting structure compulsory to all the houses across the state. Even there are legal provisions to punish the defaulters. Rainwater harvesting is the only economically and ecologically viable way to overcome calamitous water shortage in various parts of our country.